guys, what is going on? Today's video is inspired by a picture that a friend sent me. He sent me a video about a farm down in Arizona that's currently for sale. Let's pull up the ad here. This guy right here is selling 13.65 gigahash farm located in Phoenix, Arizona. It's a mixture of 3060 Ti, 3070, and 3080 full hash rate cards. He says some rigs are 6 GPU, some are 12. He's been running it since April. Selling as is. Some are dusty and dirty and still under warranty. So dusty and dirty kind of freaks me out. I don't know if this guy takes care of his stuff or not. I'm guessing he just slapped them together and hasn't cleaned them since he started running them. That's a bit questionable, but whatever. He's got a lot of gear and it is obviously an individual. He wants $22 per mega hash. Here's a picture of it. He has it all in his garage. You can see here he's got the garage door opener, which is pretty nuts. This guy has 13.65 gigahash located in a garage. I don't know if he stacked it all there just for the picture. Looks like he might have some big industrial fans, maybe an AC unit. I'm not sure what that is. Cool it off. It's in Arizona, so it gets hot there. Cars probably might be AC. His power bill must be just mental. So I thought I'd just run some numbers on it and see if this was a good deal or not. First off, for some of the information I got, I've pulled up my own cards. I don't have any 3060 Ti's, but I hear that they're similar to 3070s, and I have 3070s and 3080s, so let's just look at some data here. Here's a 3090 just for reference here. They do about 122 mega hash. Here's some efficiency, 408, 420. That's kilohash per watt. Here is a 3080 running 215 watts. It gets about 466 kilohash per watt. Here's another rig with some 3080s and 3070s on it. 3070s are doing about 120, 110 watts each. Here's the efficiencies, 515, 572. So those are leaps and bounds better than the 3080 in terms of efficiency. Here is a 3080 right here, 213 watts, 470 efficiency. So I kind of base these numbers on what a rough estimate would be, what this guy is doing. Here's just some more baseline data for my stuff. This is all in USD right now. So we've got a 3090 here from Best Buy, $1,800. The 3080, we got $900 here. 3070, $680. These are all MSRP. And then a 3060 Ti, $560. Just to kind of give you an example of what these costs are and where I pulled these numbers from. So that's all the base numbers. Jump over here to the spreadsheet. If you want to look here at our current price, USD Ethereum is at $4,000 a coin. This is just pulled from Ethereum calculator. This is how much Ethereum a month you get from 1 mega hash. So if you want to look at a 3090, 3080, 3070, and a 3060 Ti. 3090 is just for an example here because it's the cost per mega hash is more money than the other cards, just to kind of give you an idea of what it is. So this is the total cost of the card. I added a little bit. I added just 5% for taxes because that's what base taxes are in Canada. I'm not sure what it's like for your country, but I'm sure you probably pay a little bit more in taxes on top of whatever the MSRP is. So USD plus 5% taxes. This is what I have for the price of the card. So for example, 3090, I figure you're paying about $1,900 US, 3080, $945 US, 3070, $714 US, 3060 Ti, $588 US. Mega hash, we would be doing 122, 100, and 61 for the 3070 and 3060 Ti. So based on that, we've got a cost for mega hash in US dollars. So I'm a Canadian, so I'm just doing everything in USD just because it's just easier for this example. Plus, this guy's asking $22 per mega hash USD. So if you look here, RTX 3090 is $15.49 mega hash per US dollar. RTX 3080, $945. 3070 is $1170, and a 3060 Ti is $964. This guy wants $22, so that's quite a bit over top. Mind you, this will include power supplies, motherboards, processors, RAM, and cases. Let's just take a look at that picture again and see what he has for cases. Hard to tell. Could be aluminum. They look like they're all the same, so uniform cases. Not sure. He doesn't have anything special. That might be wood. Wood risers here with aluminum cross beams is what that might look like here. So they're nothing fancy. They're just cheap old cases. Either way, that includes a lot. So these costs right here do not include any of the extras that you need. So you will have to add a little bit on top of that. I don't know what you want to call it. Maybe 10% extra you might have to add. Either way, it's not going to get you to $22 per mega hash. So here's the mega hashes. He says 13.65 gigahash. Based on rough efficiency, I figured out here. If you look at these cards here, we're estimating about 0.53 mega hash per watt on those 3070s and 3060 Ti's, and a 3080 gets about 0.465 mega hash per watt. Times that out by what the wattage is, and that gives us, times that out by the mega hash, and that gives us a power. So we're going to estimate this guy's power at 26,250 watts is an estimate based on that mega hash, based on those efficiencies. I'm going to guess that's what the power is. So once again, if you look at how much right here, how much ETH per month you would be getting based on the mega hash, that farm that guy has for sale, you'd be getting 6.5. This is current rates. This drops every day. This is going down, so this is not going to last forever. This is a snapshot in time as of December 22nd, 2021. Yesterday was the shortest day of the year, so the days are getting a little bit longer here, which is nice. And you look here, that farm will be making 6.5 Ethereum a month. That's pretty good. And then here's just the other tiny little numbers here. We got a 3090, 3080, 3070, 3060 Ti. So just a funny note of example, when I started buying 3090s at the beginning of the year, they were making 0.2 Ethereum a month. So it's down to 0.058 a month. That card has dropped from 0.2 Ethereum a month to 0.058. So that is crazy. That means it's making like 30% of what it used to be making towards the start of the year when I started buying 3090s for myself. That's bonkers. That's crazy. Income's probably about the same because the price has absolutely skyrocketed, but the amount of Ethereum that you're getting, it's just piddly now, little tiny fractions. Moving on to more numbers here. Based on our $4,000 US per Ethereum at 6.5, this farm will be bringing in, this is straight income, doesn't include power costs yet. This is just straight income based on Ethereum. If you were to sell it at today's price, this farm is making $26,100. A 3090 gets $233, 3080 Ti $191, 3070 $117 roughly, and a 3060 Ti $117 US as well. So power costs based in USD at 10 cents per kilowatt hour. This farm is going to cost you $1,890. A 3090 will cost you $22. The 3080 will cost you $1,550, and then just a little bit more than $8 for each of those 3070 and 3060 Ti. And then here is the big number here, our ROI in months. I haven't yet put a total cost in here. Let's check that out. Total cost is $22 per mega hash times mega hashes right here. Gets us a whopping $300,000, $300,300 that this guy wants for his farm. I'm guessing he got, well, with this much stuff, who knows if you got it at MSRP or if you paid scalper pricing, but he is definitely asking for scalper pricing. He wants $300,000. So if you look at that income, subtract out the power costs, straight up ROI at today's rate, today's prices, today's everything, we're looking at 12.4 months to ROI. You go down here to a 3090, we're looking at 9 months to ROI. So these numbers right here do not include any equipment. So of course you need the motherboard, cases, all that fun stuff to run this, power supplies. So just the graphics card, excluding everything else, 9 months, 5.4 months, 6.6 months, and 5.4 months. That's interesting. The 3080 and these are all non-LHR cards, mind you. So these are a lot harder to get now. But assuming MSRP and you could get them previously, this is what your numbers look like when the guy probably bought these things. So if he's paid off his rig or not, I'm not sure. Probably pretty close. If he bought it all in April, he's been running it for, that's about 8 months, roughly 8 months, 7, 8 months. He could be just about paid off on this thing, and he's looking to get his initial investment back before the market collapses. So if he can get scalper pricing on that many cards, he's going to be doing okay. That'll pay for him for a few years anyways. Let's just try this out here. Total cost. Let's just add another factor in here. We're just going to increase this here by 10% to take into consideration motherboards and all that stuff. You could probably add about 10% to the cost of your GPUs based on motherboards and all that stuff. So if this is our new costs, if you consider your new costs, this would be our new costs per card if you consider that you need motherboards, RAM, risers, power supplies, all that fun stuff. Probably adds about 10%. If you factor all that in, 7 cards per rig, 1 motherboard, 1 stick of RAM, 2 power supplies, 1 CPU. That probably gets you pretty close to what you need. So our cost per mega hash based on that would still go up. Well, look at this. Even the most expensive 3090, this guy's still asking significantly more than that. So he absolutely wants some crazy scalper numbers for that. Income per month. Power all stays the same. ROI, 9.8 months, 5.9, 7.2, 5.9. So that gets us a little bit closer here. Let's just play with some numbers here. Let's just say Ethereum goes up to $6,000 American. We're still, look at that. This thing would be bringing in 3,900. But this Ethereum month, as prices go up, this Ethereum per month would go down. So nobody knows what the future is going to hold. But that's kind of what you're looking at. If you want to buy a full farm from somebody, you're going to look to be paying a huge premium. Would I personally do it? No. But would I be interested in driving to this guy's place? Or flying, rather. He's in Arizona. I don't live anywhere close to Arizona. Would I fly to this guy's place in Arizona and take a look at that? Maybe make him an offer? Not close to that. Let's just put this in line here. Let's say we're going to pay him $17. So that gets us 232 US, ROI of 9.6 months. So that's closer to like if you were to buy all EVGA 3090s, which are the most expensive, cost per mega hash, take into consideration power supplies and all that other stuff. That gets us a little bit closer in line. $17 per mega hash. That's probably closer to what I would offer him. So let's say 16 here, 15. This is about where I'd probably offer him. Maybe 200,000 to start. Probably settle out, maybe 230. Yeah, if I had $230,000 American sitting around, I might try to talk to him about maybe getting it closer to that. Then it could be a little more viable. It gets this number a little closer in line. Crypto winter's coming eventually. Are we going to pay this off or come close in 8.5 months? This is probably a little more realistic offer, which he probably wouldn't accept anyways, but maybe 10 months. Can we pay stuff off in 10 months before the next crypto winter hits here? I don't know. We've been running this bull market for quite a while. I don't think that we have 10 months left in it, but I could be wrong. I didn't think that we'd have as long as we have now. So who knows what the future holds? There's a lot of institutional stuff in here. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. But it's an interesting thought experiment anyways for this farm. And this also got me thinking, what else is out there? If you come here on eBay, here's one I just typed in crypto farm on eBay. Here's one in Britain. So 87,000 US. This guy does not say, actually this is a terrible description. He just says it's plug and play, blah, blah, blah. He just talks about it. He doesn't say any numbers, nothing. It's just, this is a garbage listing. I can't believe anybody would ever pay this. 0 bids, 19 hours left. So I don't think anyone is going to bid on this because there's no information. And if you zoom in on these pictures, these cards, GeForce GTX, you can see GTX written on a lot of these rigs. Let's zoom in on some rigs here. Doesn't say RTX anywhere on these things. These ones don't even have backplates. I'm going to call those, these are probably 10 series cards. Look and buy them. Here's some more GeForce, Gigabyte. RTX is not written anywhere on these things. Once again, nice cases, but there is no RTX written anywhere. I see GTX written on a couple of them. It's got some MSI boards on there. It's a nice clean setup though, I'll give them that. There's a nice clean setup, it looks good. But these do not look like modern cards to me. This guy has this in an apartment. These look like 10 series cards to me. If I'd have to guess, I'd say they're 1070s, maybe some 1060s, 1080s in there. I doubt there's any 1080 Ti's. Like, he's in a big apartment here. That's crazy. This guy's got a lot of stuff in an apartment. I can't believe that the power would take that. So I'm guessing, based on what I can see here, these look like most likely 1070s, 1060 cards. He's got 68 GPUs, very old, new. I don't think so. Maybe new listing. For this much money, this is insane. This guy, pipe dream. I would not buy anywhere even close to that. I would not be buying any 10 series cards unless you're getting a smoking good deal on them. They are not efficient. Let's look what else I can find out there. I went on to Kijiji and checked all the Canadian provinces, and the only big somewhat mine I could find here is a 1 gigahash mining farm. This guy wants $30,000 for 1 gigahash. I didn't run the numbers on that, but that also seems very expensive. You look at what he's got written here. He's got 3080 non-LHR. Those are beautiful cards. Some 1660 Supers, beautiful. 3060s, nice. Some LHR cards, you know, they're okay. And then he's got a couple of 1060s and 1070s. Not great. 1070 Ti's are okay. I've got a friend with that. It does about 34 mega hash. So those are okay, but still old, not great. These ones up here, these are the best. These cards are really good. 3080s, 1660 Supers, those are beautiful. But for 30,000 Canadian, that seems mental. Those prices are crazy, absolutely crazy. How many cards was that again? I can't remember. Looking for 30K. So he wants well over $1,000 per card. A lot of those cards are not worth even close to that. If you look back at this guy here, 87,000 US for 68 old graphics cards. So in US dollars, I'd be paying like 200, maybe 250 for 1070, and this guy wants like $1,200 more, maybe $1,300 per old 10 series card. That is absolutely crazy. That's 3 or 4 times more than I'd be willing to spend. Plus, you'd have to pay shipping. Who knows what it would cost to ship this? And that is kind of just my thought process for the day. Buying rigs, buying used farms is kind of a neat idea to gain. Where else are you going to gain 13 gigahash all at once unless you have some crazy contact where you can just buy hundreds of cards at a time, which I'm guessing you probably don't unless you have access to millions of dollars. Then maybe you can. But for the average Joe, to increase that much power all at once, you got to be looking at buying used farms. So that's kind of interesting. But where this guy wants it, 22, crazy pie in the sky numbers. $300,000 for that? I wouldn't do it. But it's kind of interesting. I'd be waiting for when the crypto winter comes, and these things will be selling for an absolute fraction of that. The last crypto winter I was around for, I unfortunately was not accumulating, but rigs were going for pennies on the dollar compared to where they were before. A farm like this, I don't know what it will go for when the time comes. Maybe $100,000, maybe $70,000, $80,000, I don't know. But if you've got the cash at hand to buy, that's kind of when you want to do it. These big farms are going to be popping up like absolute crazy, where guys are going to be selling their stuff off. That's where you get it for pennies on the dollar. Build your farm up, and then the next crypto bull run, you are going to be sitting in a good place. That's all I got for today. It is almost Christmas. I can't believe it. 3 days to Christmas. Hope you guys are doing good, and I will talk to you guys later. Take it easy.